What's happening, everybody?
My name's Ryan.
I'm Victor.
Welcome to our musical Odyssey.
Today I've got my brother checking out Tool, The Grudge. The Grudge.
Clutching like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Justify denials, grip 'em to the lonesome.
All right, so today, before we get started, just want to let you guys know how we do things here on our channel. We play the track straight through without any pauses or any of that bullshit, and then we discuss it afterwards. So if you're trying to just skip to the discussion, you just want to see the reaction without listening to the track, we've got time codes in the description below. And if you're looking for a channel with a quick 5-minute video on a 2-minute track, you're on the wrong spot. So go ahead and click off this thing and find you somebody that's just going to say that's dope and call it a day. With that being said, yeah, so we're going into Tool, The Grudge. It's probably the most highly requested track since Lateralis. Like I said, it was a tie between Ride in 2 and this one. And so Ride in 2 we did last week. So, so like I said, Ride in 2 I like a little bit better.
Ride in 2 is dope.
Yeah, this one is a little edgier. It's a little more aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a little bit of a different Tool sound for you.
Gotcha.
Still dope. It's fucking Tool. It's sick. So,
yeah, obviously.
And definitely, it's also a little more intricate lyrically. Like the other one was relatively straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just kind of from that outsider's perspective. Now this one's got all the fucking Tool metaphors and meanings within meanings and all that shit. So. So if you guys are here chilling with us, we're gonna listen to the track, grab your drink or your smoke, whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
Turn your sound systems up, put your headphones in, let's get to it.
Man. Yeah, that was definitely one of his more aggressive tracks.
Yeah.
He held it out for so long. Breathe, man, breathe. Just breathe.
He held that. He does that on a couple tracks, man. He just lets that shit fucking fly.
Man, obviously never a disappointment when it comes to the production. The instrumentals that are behind the track, amazing. Still can't keep up. Still, it's not gonna happen. Just
no, because you see, after our last conversation, during the Tool track,
right?
Which you should look at this as a challenge to kind of push your talent forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to listen to that and then focus on developing that to where you can
right.
put it together. It's a challenge for you to evolve.
Right. But as many times as they switch up, it's just like when you think that you've caught it.
Oh yeah, they never stop switching.
No, it's just like.
It's like I knew, like right when it first was starting to slow down. It's like I know this ain't it.
No, and I knew it wasn't it either. But even then, I'm still like I'm gonna catch it. It's no. There it is. God damn it. Lyrically, man, it's metaphorical. Metaphor inside of metaphor. I feel like they were in a sense trying to speak on, I don't know, turning your failures into gold in a sense. So what I mean by turning your failures into gold is like whenever you're saying let go of the fact that you failed. Look at it and take it as a positive note. Because we're all gonna fail in life. Everybody fails. You gotta get up and you gotta keep trying. So let go of that feeling of defeat. Get your ass up. Keep trying. And turn your failures into gold. That's pretty much, or turn your failures into success. There you go. That's what I'm getting off of it. There's probably way more to it than that.
Yeah,
I know he was speaking on Saturn ascending and then coming back around again. Grab on 1 or 10. I feel like whenever he was saying that, it's just like, even Saturn, it doesn't really put in, and even then he was like, it doesn't recognition the damage that it does, I guess, whenever it's ascending.
Yeah, I think, there's a whole lot of layers to it.
There's a shit ton.
But in that particular reference there, the 1 to 10 and all that, superficially speaking, the most basic, it's common on two things. When the Saturn comes back around, lifts you up like a child,
right.
Is kind of just referencing the indifference of the universe.
Okay.
So it's kind of, and so the whole track, The Grudge, on the most surface level, is speaking on, all this shit that you think is important,
right?
All this crap that you're holding on to that's slowing you down, that's holding you back,
right.
Doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean nothing.
No. So so clutch it like a cornerstone. That's what he's saying. That's a remark on, people hold on to, their grudges. A great current life, immediate real life example of this is Nike just signed Colin Kaepernick as the spokesperson, and then you see people shooting videos of them burning, $1,000 worth of Nike gear. Like, that's a perfect example of exactly what he's talking about.
Some of you guys may be offended by that. I apologize. No, as a matter of fact, no, I'm not sorry. You're a dumbass for burning your own fucking shit that you wasted your own money on. Like,
so that's a real life example of kind of what they're talking about. It's like all the shit you think is so important.
Right. It's really not.
These beliefs that you hold on to.
It's really not.
So Saturn comes back around. The gravitational force lifts you up, chucks you down. It doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're totally irrelevant. You live for 100 years tops.
Right.
And if you're lucky and you're someone like Jesus, whose name has lasted 1,000 years, in the grand scheme of the universe, that's still fucking irrelevant.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the broader, kind of more generic
it's so
lesson
irrelevant
he's speaking
that
on here.
It's so irrelevant that there's very, very few evidence of proof that the man even existed. And even then, to go on that end, it's just like, was this? How can you prove these items that you have found that show Jesus' existence to actually be Jesus? Like, it could have been.
And this is one of the most well-known people in history. You know what I mean? So again, that's a big part of what this track is about. It's just all this crap you think's important. It's not. It's irrelevant, and it's holding you back from living the finite time that you exist. It's holding you back from experiencing it fully.
Right.
Like so, there's multiple other layers you could dig into. Like I said, with the number significance.
Is there some bongos going on there?
Dude, there was someone. Did you catch the drum work at the end?
Yeah, no. The
did you hear the ridiculous soloing? He was a
it was off the chain.
Yo,
and at the beginning,
Dan Carey is a ridiculous drummer.
Yeah, he's off the chain.
Freaking insane. Because not only is he, killing those ridiculous fills, but he's having to do it in all these ridiculous time signatures that they come up with, and all these fucking switches.
Right. Yeah. No.
Man, so to play like that, he's definitely
top notch.
Yeah. My top 5 drummers.
Mad props to you, man. Wow.
But so that fucking fill at the end of that shit was just, I love it. It's like,
I am completely in awe of this band. I'm a huge fan of them. I'm thankful for all of the suggested views, watches, the suggested listens. There you go. I'm thankful for the suggested listens. Maynard is shit, dude. The whole band is amazing. Yeah, the whole goddamn band is amazing. It is a goal in life for me to see them live. I'd love to see them live.
Me fucking too.
I genuinely.
Like I said, we gotta save money, keep at least $200 just in a bank account.
Right.
Because like I said, at least out here in Kansas City, when they come, they come to our Sprint Center. So it's an arena.
It's an arena.
They sell it out in 6 minutes.
Jesus.
So as soon as you hear Tool is on tour and the tickets go on sale, you gotta have the money in the bank so we can buy that shit.
Right.
Yeah, because that's why I've tried to go several times, and every single time it's sold out. They'll sell out, and then they'll open seats that are behind the stage so you can't even see anything, and they'll sell that out in like another 5 fucking minutes.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, just because of the way they are, the last album was in 2007.
Man.
So they don't put out albums like that. They, because you listen to this music, it really takes time to compose all that shit.
Not even necessarily composing it, but even then, just the breakdown of it, because it's very metaphorical.
The lyrics. I don't know. I think Maynard actually writes pretty quickly. I'm not sure how fast he writes for Tool. I know it's a lot faster than the music gets written, because that's what we're waiting for. It's the music to get written so he can write lyrics. But there's a shit ton to that kind of music. You know what I mean? Trying to put all those pieces together and make it sound good. But
so that's the huge props right there, just because of all the switch ups and whatnot. You know, for a vocal artist to be able to keep up with the switch ups and still make it sound good.
Oh yeah.
It's
and just write
like
and make lyrics like that.
Right.
That, man, just make this music transcendent. You know what I mean, just so powerful.
Right.
No one fucking writes like this.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
And even then, the way that the writing is presented, it's very genuine. It's very pure. It's 100% truth. It definitely gets you thinking.
Yeah.
And for the people that think that it's not 100% truth, you're living in a lie. I genuinely feel that way. You're living in a lie. This track is really good, but again, like you said, the last track we did was Right in the Two.
Yeah.
Dude, that track, I know we've went over it before, but it just speaks volume to everyday life. It speaks volume to
it's just fascinating that
everyday life.
Who steps back and writes a song, like that from the perspective of an angel. You know what I mean? Like, who steps back and thinks about this and tries to write?
But even then, it's 100% true.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Who gets their point across like that? That's why Tool has been my favorite band for a long time.
Yeah.
Most people who discover them, who really appreciate thought or music, become instant fans.
Yeah. Everything that they say is real. Everything that they speak it gets you thinking. And it's just like,
And then the music behind it.
And the music behind it is ingenious, yeah. So it's just all around 100% solid. There is nothing that I could credit.
Well, that's the biggest
I'm
part.
about to mess around and say some shit that I might regret saying.
Well,
might be the Eminem of fucking rock or their genre of music. I don't even know, dude. They beat, in my personal opinion, right now.
Right. Well, it's you know, the thing that I really like about Tool is well, I mean, various things that we've already mentioned, but generally speaking, and something I always forget to, you know, to say on camera is just that they don't miss anything. Like, there's a lot of tracks, a lot of my favorite songs. I'll sit back and think, that was dope, but I wish they would have done this.
Right.
Or I wish they would have finished it like this.
Right.
But I can't recall any Tool track that I've listened to and I'm like, no, they should have added this.
Right.
No, they have every element in that song that makes sense to have in there.
And it's nice.
And they finish the track out how it should fucking
And even
finish.
then, first time that you're listening, it almost like, because I remember the first time you played me Tool, it was overwhelming. It almost seemed like it was, no, it almost seemed too much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it wasn't. It was just like, you know, for me as a new listener, for me as somebody that's fresh to the music, never heard it before, it's just like,
when
wow.
you're not used to hearing that
right,
much.
no, exactly.
Know?
And, you know,
especially with the radio shit that's out there today, you know.
And I mean, even me as a vocal artist, you know, like, I like to do a lot as far as harmonizing and blending my voice and just having as many clutters in my sound as possible, something that's going to be ear-tingling, like, but that's just vocally speaking. These people,
they bring that to the music element.
But they ear fuck you through their instrument. They ear fuck you through through their production.
Drip, drip, drop, there goes an orgasm.
Mm-hmm. They ear fuck you through the lyricism. They ear fuck you through the actual vocal ability that they present. It's just all around 100% solid. Yeah. It meets my playlist, dude. The Grudge, it meets my playlist. And when we say this stuff, we mean it. Like, this is stuff like whenever I'm alone at the house and I'm feeling like rock and roll. As a matter of fact, I'm a painter. I've been painting for a little bit here lately. My brother, Ricky, he's like, what you got me listening to? I'm like, just shut up and listen to it and enjoy it, you know? And even then, just the message behind it, it makes you think differently. It makes you wake up with kind of a different mindset and how to attack life, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us individually, we think this way. I know that there's a majority that fear to speak it because of the judgment that may be bestowed upon them. For me, I don't fear speaking it, and for me, I'm thankful that there's other people out in the world that are able to voice it. You know, I can back it. You know, I 100% approve this. This is Ryan Murph approved. Anybody want to argue with me about it? Well, shit, we just gonna go round for round until you lose, cause I defend them, 100%. I dare anybody on the comments to say Tool sucks. Tool sucks. Homie, come over to my house and say that shit to my face. Like,
you know that shit's official.
Dude,
when you're willing to defend a
when you're
motherfucker
really,
like that.
seriously. Like, I'm in all of their music. I can't get enough of it. So I'm thankful for these reactions, for real. Like, I love having a reaction to Tool. It's never a dull moment. I'm always surprised. I'm still, for me, as an artist, I'm intrigued and I'm challenged to, I want to catch the beat. Not only do I want to catch the beat, but again, it's just like, this is the first time I've ever had a band completely distort what I see and what I hear. And it's just like, you are mixing colors that I've never mixed before. And that's ridiculous. And they sound amazing. Like, it's an orgasm. It's an eargasm. It's an eargasm all the way through. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Ryan.
I'm Victor.
For those of you that are watching for the first time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. For those of you that are watching, you've been following us, don't forget to like and comment. Tell other people to subscribe. I'm out.